Excuse me,
What's up?
how much do you pay for rent here in California?
$0.
What do you mean?
Well, this is my home.
Oh, can we get a tour?
I would love to give you a tour. Let's do it.
So this is your Tesla Model X. What year is it?
A 2023, aka Beluga. Some people have called it an Orca because of their solar setup that's here.
Oh, so this is the world's first solar-powered Tesla.
Solar integrated Tesla. Yes.
Ah.
Because there have been other people who've done it, but this is part of the ecosystem. It charges my home, it charges my EcoFlow. I'll definitely show you this, but let's start with this side.
Okay, yeah.
So it's still pretty much stock. Like, I haven't done much in the exterior except the solar. These are Falcon all-terrains, which are 19-inch rims, and these are the all-terrains, and they fit perfectly in the wheel well. Unfortunately, I cannot go any bigger than these because I have the air suspension. So there are pros and cons there. And then this is kind of my front yard.
Yard?
Yeah. I have my book, my vacuum cleaner, my collapsible wash bin, which is my favorite item that I have. It's actually, oh, there you go, trash. I use it to wash my clothes even sometimes.
Do you poop in it?
Nope, not yet. And then I have my editing cushion that I use to sit in the back when I'm editing. So my tush is taken care of.
So you're you make YouTube videos?
Yeah,
right?
I make YouTube videos too. And then also here, you can kind of see just how dirty the car is, just on the side. It's been cleaned because of the LA storm yesterday. And then this is...
Is that from when you took it to the Arctic?
Yeah, that actually still is.
Wow.
Yeah, it just never, even here, like, never gets clean. It's whatever, too much of my time. And then this is a fender garnish. So I've broken these a bunch of times. These trim pieces right here. The other side is zip tied. So I'm just gonna replace this before I head into Mexico. $75.
What are you doing in Mexico?
I'm driving a Pan American. So I started up in the Arctic a few months ago, and now I am continuing my expedition down south.
Wow.
To the end of the road, pretty much. As far as you can go.
Ushuaia?
Ushuaia, yeah. Tierra de Fuego. Yeah, some spare parts. Here I have my fridge, my 20-liter fridge right here, Astro AI.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so I have some stuff that I need to finish before I cross the border because you can't bring any veggies across. Stuff too, I have a blender, some other camping supplies. And then I have my towel over here that is drying right now because I just went to Planet Fitness for the last time in a long time, which is a sad moment. And then let me show you my kitchen, which is really the pinnacle of my living space. So I have a Starbucks coupon here. And this is my kitchen. It's a slide-out drawer system. They're 24-inch sliders, both. So this was the longest set of sliders that I could get, where the base is tucked away, which I will just get to in just a second. I have my induction burner, which is powered by the solar. Right, it's pretty cool.
Let me see that. Wow.
Induction, yeah. And then this is my knives. It's all like very simple.
Yeah, very minimalist.
I have running water. There you go.
Yeah, Nico showed us this, but I think he stole the idea from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the OG.
That's the one thing I recommend to people. It is $100, but mine initial one survived 3 years and already was 2 years old before that because I got it from a friend.
Did you design this yourself or?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I designed it myself, built it myself at a friend's place in Massachusetts. That's where I initially bought the car. And I have power supply here. I like to make morning drip coffee, so I do it every morning. It's kind of my morning ritual, is to make some delicious coffee. Rain or shine, baby. Here I have my sub trunk, which is kind of my basement. So I have my clothes on this side. I have 2 water jugs here, extra reservoir. And then I have my cast iron, toaster, tea kettle, some sparkling sodas.
And that's your power bank?
Yes, that's the EcoFlow. That's the EcoFlow Delta Max, so 2 kilowatt hours. Right now it's being charged by solar.
Solar from the front?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'll get to that in just a second as well. And then I have here some more miscellaneous supplies as well. I can never get that organized, if you can tell. It's been like 2.5 years like that.
Looks great.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the infamous spice rack. I have it all. It's even labeled, so I know what it is. And then I have, this is where I sleep really. This is kind of my cushions, my pillows, my sleeping bag. I don't have a duvet or
A sleeping bag?
no, like a duvet cover.
Yep.
Yeah, I just have a sleeping bag. It's really good, especially during the winter time. My favorite thing about when I camp this within the blizzards, I can keep the car on running all night, camp mode. Uses about 10, 15, 20% overnight, but the car knows you're sleeping inside of it if it's really, really cold.
But it's not long enough. Like, how do you?
Yeah. I'll show you actually. Put a mode called Wild Bill Sleep, so that's when I'm sleeping. And so I can do this actually all inside, where all the doors are closed. So I can be discreet, camping somewhere in a parking lot. Sleeping bags. And then like this, and then this goes here. Like that. Ooh, this goes here.
Are these custom cushions?
For the Model Y,
Ah, I see.
not for the X.
Did you own a Model Y at some point?
I do have a Model, actually. I still own it.
Oh, where is it?
It's in Boston. I gave it to my mom.
Ah, okay. I
And
thought you had a Model Y.
Yeah. There you go. And that's kind of how I sleep.
How thick are these cushions?
Pretty thick, about 2 inches.
You comfortable with that?
Yeah. I think you kind of get used to it, right?
Mm.
And when I go back to a real bed, it's not as comfortable. It takes me a little bit of a few nights to adjust. But yeah, so this is a Model Y cushions, and then I just have the sleeping bags like this. Like that.
Nice. Do you hang out in here a lot? Do you edit in here?
When I edit, I like to be in the car because I
Uh-huh.
can really zone in and have like a workflow.
Do you sit in the front seat?
No, I sit in the back seat.
This one? Or that one?
These two.
Okay.
That's why I haven't taken them out, because people have asked me, hey, why don't you take out the seats? You'll save space. I would, but I also like to transport my friends, family. I still like the feel of a car. And everything just kind of tucks away really nice in my setup. And I really like the back seats because I can kind of decompress, you know.
I'm surprised at how well you use this space and while maintaining all the stock stuff, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the stock is not that important to me, but it's more just about like practicality, and
Yeah.
fluidity. Because you know that, right? Like if you can set up your bed in like 10 seconds, you're gonna do it a lot more, right?
Yeah. What's that blanket?
This is a Rumple blanket, so it's like a company that makes. It was a gift from my sister, and it's pretty nice and warm. It's my extra when it does get a little nippy inside sometimes, because it's not insulated, the car, right? It's not.
But you, with the Tesla, you do have climate control, right?
I have camping mode, but when it's really cold, like below 0, you still feel the when you touch the windows.
Really?
Yeah. So
But-
it's not insulated, so you just get. It does keep it warm, but it can still get pretty cold.
Like, how warm is it inside?
I like 70.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
Yeah, but still, you can still feel the wind. As soon as I like to lower the heat input, so it doesn't consume as much battery overnight.
Okay.
Yeah. So here you have camping mode, so I could show people
Yeah.
camping mode. So the car knows you're sleeping. It is in Dutch. I put the car in Dutch. Yeah, the car essentially will stay on until it has 20% battery.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nice and cozy.
That's awesome. How do you like the Model X?
Oh, I love it. I don't think I want to live in anything else right now. It's
Really?
like you have your Element, I have my X. Just stuff you're so used to.
Yeah.
And above you, I have a Starlink.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I showed that.
What does the Starlink do?
So this is a Starlink mini dish. It gives you Wi-Fi anywhere in the world as long as you have a clear sky.
Wow.
So I could turn it on now, and then I have probably faster internet most people have at home.
And the suction cups, is that like an accessory?
Yeah, that's an accessory because you could just place this on top of the car, but I like to use it when I'm driving.
That's dope.
Yeah, dude. I've used it up in the Arctic, Alaska. This is the mini dish.
So you can be like anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
Wow.
As long as you have, and like for example, with the LA wildfires, when everything was off the grid, a lot of people donated their Starlinks so first responders could communicate with each other.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And then here, I'll show you on this side. Because I like to have everything kind of tucked away. So here I have my toiletries, I have my library, my books. I'm learning about my home country. And then some other Dutch. And then I here some camping chair. It's 100 grams, so it's really good for backpacking too. And then on this side I have recovery boards.
Wow. It's so minimalist, man. I can't believe how little you have.
Well, after 2.5 years, you kind of narrow down what you need. And even I have packed down even more because it comes down to weight for me, right? Because more weight, the more energy it consumes. The same like a gas mileage. And I'm going into territories that I'm really unfamiliar with. So that's what I've learned from the Arctic, is that when you go into like uncharted territories, you're just trying to play it safe. Right? That's why I got the solar. So let's go check it out, because that has a lot to do with my previous trip.
Okay. Frunk?
Yeah, let's do the front, and then
Okay.
I'll do the solar. So this is actually where I keep a lot of my supplies. My hiking gear. I have a full kit so I can do roadside repairs and stuff. I can help people. I've helped people on the side of the road. I have my recovery gear here. I have a toe strap, shackles, soft shackles. I have a jack in here as well, like an air pump jack, air jack. A lot of people ask me how do I get to charging when there's no fast chargers around, and there's plenty of spaces where there are fast chargers, even in Central America. But a lot of them, there's also places where there isn't. So I have like all the charging bundles, so I can plug this different adapters. This is like your dryer outlets. This is like RV sites, regular wall outlets. So I have like pretty much every extension you can have for Central America. So
Wow.
yeah.
I can't believe you're doing that in an electric car. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, nobody has done it independently. There's been 2 groups have done it, but they've been multi-million-dollar budgets, and I'm just average Joe.
We're just about to shoot a podcast in the element, so if you guys want to check out his full story, I'll leave the link down below in the description so you guys can check that out.
Yep. All right, let's get to the good piece.
All right?
So also I'm gonna have the flags here of the countries I'm going through.
Oh,
So
cool.
Mexico will be here or there. So this is the solar setup, right?
Okay.
So these are junction boxes. So this is where your technical wires are from the solar panels up top. The company is called Meter Solar. It's a company out of the Netherlands. When I went to Europe, I met up with the founders and the production team. And these are custom-made panels, right? 120 watts here, 120 watts here, so 240. These are the most efficient on the market, so about 25% conversion. They're meant for solar races, so they're really, if you see right here, they're very rigid, and these are like the solar modules right here, each individual. Very robust. They already had the fair share of testing. Like I got in an accident, they survived. I've had 50 mile per hour headwinds, they survived. And I'll show you actually what we're getting right now. Oh, the sun just. But the whole idea behind this is not really to charge the car. I can get 6 miles out of them on a really good day. I don't need to, right? Because there's plenty of range in the battery pack, but this charges my EcoFlow in the back. You're like, okay, well, why don't you charge it using the car? I do both. But the whole idea behind this is when I leave the car, I'm going somewhere, that this is constantly being topped off, right? So right now, we're getting 63 watts. I mean, the sun just disappeared.
Right.
Yeah, so we're getting about 68 watts right now. Oh, there he goes. So it's 111, 83. Yeah, so it's very variable.
Right.
That sun is gonna pop through right now.
Yeah,
Look,
yeah. Here's the sun's coming out. Let's see.
190 right here, 226, 230. That's the highest I've ever had actually.
Welcome to California.
229. Yeah, and it's gonna even get better the further I go south.
Yeah.
You know, but and people ask me, why don't I have like flexible panels on the side of the car? So this takes 0%, like no effort on my part.
Yeah.
You know.
I want that for my element. I do. This would be so dope.
Yeah.
And I think it'd make look cool.
Yeah. A lot of people think this is a wrap,
Yeah.
which it technically is, but also it's not. Yeah, and then these wires go in here, through here, and then we drill a small little hole through the firewall, which is technically like firewall, because it doesn't really fully encase the front. And it goes back here to the side, through the wires here, comes out right here.
Wow.
So we drilled a bunch of holes in the car, and then it goes back in the EcoFlow.
That's freaking cool, man. So, I mean, in a pinch, 6 miles might get you to the next charging station.
Yep.
That's
And
all you need.
And I've used it a few times already to charge because it's free. You know. I see too, I zip tie my car back together. There's a couple broken trim pieces here. So it's definitely a tool. And then this side is zip tie here. Zip ties are kind of my love language.
Why didn't you just get a Sprinter?
For that price, I just can't afford to drive one, if that makes sense.
What do you
Gas, maintenance, it all adds up pretty hefty. Electric vehicle, very, very like, I spent maybe $40 on maintenance the last 2 years, just windshield wipers.
You've done some crazy adventures, bro. You've been to the Arctic. You're going to go down to the Pan America all the way to Ushuaia.
I'm gonna try.
You're going to do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You're going to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited to see that adventure. Make sure you guys follow Everyday Sandro on YouTube. I'll leave the link down below in the description. And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Cheers, guys, and be safe.